since Commissioner Werfel has been in office, the ERC program has haunted the IRS forever. And he has worked with people like John and other executives at the IRS to try and find ways to mitigate the damage to the government and be fair to small business owners. I think he's done an excellent job. I think he's a great commissioner. However, despite having a 5-year term as IRS commissioner that I believe runs until October, November of 27, I think
that's what he said when.
Yeah. President-elect Trump has nominated someone to take his place. Now, historically, first of all, the president has the authority to fire anybody. And he's done the same thing with the FBI director, who also has a term that has years. He's nominated someone to take the FBI director's place. The IRS commissioner serves a 5-year term. In Trump's first term, he inherited a commissioner. He let that term expire. He nominated a gentleman by the name of Charles Reddick, who got approved by the Senate, finished up the Trump term, moved into the Biden term. He was allowed to serve out his 5-year term, and President Biden then nominated and the Senate approved Commissioner Werfel. So the first thing that we would have to assume is that if President Trump or President-elect Trump has nominated someone to replace Commissioner Werfel, that he intends to, if and when this gentleman gets confirmed, get rid of Commissioner Werfel and replace him with his nominee.
Even though his term's not out.
Even though his term's not out.
Right.
All of which he has the right to do. Here's my concern. Let me explain. If you haven't heard, here is who has been nominated for the new commissioner. He is an ex-congressman from Missouri, Billy Long, I believe. Annie, correct me. I think I got it right. Billy Long.
Uh-huh.
Prior to serving in Congress, he was an auctioneer, and he ran an auctioneer company. He served in Congress for about 10 to 12 years. He never served on a committee that had anything to do with the IRS or taxes.
No experience.
He co-sponsored, and there can be thousands of co-sponsors. There wasn't because the bill didn't pass. He co-sponsored a bill to abolish the IRS while he was in Congress. And when he left conference, he went to work for a firm that promoted the employee retention credit. And some of the quotes were basically, your CPA, if they're telling you you're not qualified, they don't know what they're doing, come to us. So what we have now potentially is a nominated new commissioner of the IRS who has no formal training in tax law or accounting, never served on a committee that had anything to do with taxes of the IRS, co-sponsored a bill to eliminate the IRS, and worked for a company that I don't know the company. I don't know that they're an ERC mill, but at least they promoted the employee retention credit. So it seems like a very strange type of person to be nominated to replace a commissioner that I actually think's done a pretty good job.
Yeah, I do too.
Does that mean he will be confirmed? Does that mean if he is, he will? I heard from someone in D.C. saying it's not a done deal, whatever that means. So, but it's a very interesting, it concerns me as a practitioner who believes that while we have reasons to complain about the IRS, they are an organization that is necessary. We're going to have the police to catch people who don't pay their taxes. We need someone to help issue guidance when new laws gets passed. I mean, the idea that we can just eliminate the IRS would create a wild, wild west out there of nobody paying taxes because nobody can catch them. So I personally, this is me speaking personally, I hope that this does not come to fruition. I hope they allow Commissioner Werfel to serve out the remainder of his term. I think he's a good commissioner. I think he's got the IRS heading in the right direction. This does put in jeopardy some IRS funding. You know, we're still hearing about 84,000 armed agents that I think all of us realize that's not true.
Right.
But it's concerning when you see someone like the congressman get nominated for a position at the IRS whose only real IRS experience is to advocate for its abolishment or to participate in a program that has created huge headaches for the IRS.
Kind of scary.
That's my opinion. I'm not speaking for anybody other than myself, but it could have a dramatic impact on how we deal with the IRS going forward, because I do think we're probably going to see some attempt to, again, going back to paying for things, taking some money from the IRS to pay for something else. And I'm sure every government agency wastes money. I'm not saying that they can't give up some money,
Right.
but do not, one of the problems that got us into the mess we're in is they were strapped for money for so many years, and now they're trying to catch up. I'm not smart enough to know what's the right amount, but give them what they need to do their job, because we need them to do their job. And as practitioners, we deal every day with the results of old technology and things such as that. So we'll see.